I pledge allegiance to the Pentagon and Pete Hegseth. Oh, my giddy on. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, just a second. Oh, it's backfiring, that it is. You see, the press are fighting back. And what are they fighting back against? Pete Hegseth, he put a notice out to all the press telling them that you got to have prior approval. All right? Before you can publish anything, for any information, it has to be approved information from us. See, this isn't normal. It's not normal for the Pentagon. Normally, they have approved reporters that are allowed to report on what they see. But they're approved reporters. They know what they can say, what they can't say, and stuff like that, yeah? But no! Now, anything that they find has to be pre-approved by Pete Hegseth. And news outlets are fighting back. There's going to be a legal battle. Most likely going to be a legal battle. Now, why is this? Obviously, what to control the narrative. You know, things like, Mr. Pentagon, Hegseth, all right, well, once you put your drink down, all right, and you look a bit more sober, can I ask you a question about that giant asteroid heading for Earth? Yes, there is no asteroid heading for Earth, Pete Hegseth will say, just to shut you up. Even though there probably is a big asteroid heading to Earth and going to kill us all. You know, don't look up! No, you see. Oh, dear me. So Pete Hegseth, he wants to restrict approved access. He wants to control the narrative. So any unauthorised material is not going to be allowed. It has to be authorised material. Now, surprisingly, Donald Trump, Orange von Schitzenpanzen, he was asked while he was about to board or get on his little helicopter, Marine One or whatever it is, right? He was about to get on and he was asked a question with all the noise in the background like he does, you know. And it says, do you agree with this regarding what Pete Hegseth has proposed? Not proposed, what he's doing. He says, no. I don't think so, he said. That's what Trump just said. But his reason was, nothing stops reporters. That's what he said. Nothing stops reporters, and you know that. Because obviously he's talking to reporters. So he thinks it's pointless. Because nothing's going to stop them. But I disagree. Because quite frankly, look at the press gabble in the White House and Oval Office and all that. You know, they're just sycophants. You get the occasional one that'll speak out, like some rather awkward questions. I think it was from ABC or somewhere, or CNN or whatever. And he accused her of being obnoxious, that's it. You're an extremely obnoxious person, he goes. Oh, no, he's the obnoxious one, let's be honest, for Christ's sake. Huh? So these press that are going to be allowed around the Pentagon are also now going to have an official escort. What's the point of having press if there's no honesty? If there's no truth in what you're reporting, if it's all controlled? You might as well bother. Unless it's for the means of propaganda, which most likely is. Now, Wall Street Journal, they were saying that this is deeply concerning, or disturbing, actually, is what they said. And yes, it is. Because this GOP is literally trying to control the narrative. Not just regarding the Pentagon, regarding the Charlie Kirk shooting. They're trying to control the narrative of everything. They're trying to control... hang on, it's to me. Or is it starting to feel a bit like North Korea and China and what have you, you know? Huh? Maybe. Russia. Well, actually, to be fair, Donald Trump did say that, didn't he? He was asked on Air Force One I think it was live mic moment saying that President Xi, oh crikey, Kim Jong-un, was it him? Oh no, I keep forgetting. Anyway, one was his father, wasn't it? But anyway, he said when he speaks, the people they stand up and listen. They do, you know. I want my people to do that. He said, "This is Donald Trump, all right?" So Basically, all these, regarding Pete Hegseth, or people speaking on behalf of reporters on behalf of the White House, the press cabinet, what have you. Donald Trump wants them to just parrot their narrative. Just want to parrot their narrative. So this is just communism, isn't it? 101, it really is. It's fascism. So this comes under a thing called prior restraint, and it's total abuse of the First Amendment. Where the government mustn't hinder or hinder the press or hinder the freedom of speech. What are you? So it's going to get challenged. It's going to get challenged, and maybe if it does end up in the Supreme Court. I think they'll have to stop, because I don't think even the Supreme Court would go for that one, even with those sycophants in there. Yeah, for Donald Trump's sycophants. Now, Republican Don Bacon, Don me some bacon, or Don moi le bacon. Anyway, Don Bacon is GOP, so government in power. He's Republican, and he says this is so dumb. We don't want Pravda news paps out touting talking points of the newspapers talking points of the GOP. That's what he said. You see, it's literally just them trying to control narratives, control what you hear. They just want to pump out their own propaganda. Now that they've got control of TikTok, once it finally is approved, it's not approved yet, just so you know. Even though they say it is, but it's not. They want to control the narrative of all sources. They've got Elon Musk back on side. He was there at the visual for Charlie Kirk, suckling up to Donald Trump. So there's that. So you've got X platform. You've got Truth Social platform. You've got TikTok. They're all going to be parroting the government, manipulating the people into mistruths. It's about time you start moving away from these platforms and going elsewhere, and most definitely TikTok. Find your news elsewhere. Maybe go to foreign sources who are not controlled by the government. And I could see that those with the information, those who are whistleblowers in the United States, will start supplying their evidence to foreign newspapers. That's what I can see happening. And then the government will lose control anyway. And why the feck are we supporting a fascist regime? A regime that is providing weapons to kill children in Gaza. I really do not know. And inviting Donald Trump to the Balmoral or what have you to have a state visit. To walk in front of the king between the little men with the dead bears on their heads and little red jackets. Makes a mockery of everything, it really does. Anyway, what say you? Please leave it in the comments down below. They are literally trying to control the narrative. That they are they? I reckon so. Anyway, please click the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get one fast video in your pocket every time I upload another video. If you've got a sport channel, you do it on Patreon or buy us coffee or super thanks and stuff like that. And I couldn't do the channel without your support. I'd like to thank people who have already done that, because I got a couple of little donations yesterday, and it is very much appreciated, it really is. I can't always respond straight away because I have a lot of stuff I'm sort of doing for the channel, you see. But I do see them, and I do want to thank those who have been very kind and supported the channel. So links down below. If you're interested, we're also doing rewilding here in France. We're planting trees. If you want to have a tree with your name with that tree, there's a link down below where you can make a little donation, and we will put a tree in the ground for you here in France. We've got 2 hectares of land that we've set aside for it. We're also making bat boxes and stuff like that, and also bird houses and also animal habitats. And if you want to be a part of that, like I say, the link's down below. You can have your little sign and what have you to go with it. Anyway, I've got a dry throat, I've had 4 videos this morning already. I've done really well. Am I a good boy?